What's up, guys? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides, and I am at a very special location here in Oldsmar, Florida. I am at Montu Motors. If you've never heard of Montu Motors is the country's leading importer of those JDM cars that were never available here in the United States, or their right-hand drive variants were never available here in the United States. Now, normally everybody's after those Skyline GTRs, the R32, the R33. Can't bring over that R34 yet because remember, it's got to be 25 years. But definitely R32s galore. Another type of car that's very popular to bring over are Toyota Supras. Now, you might say to yourself, didn't they sell Supras here in the United States? You are 100% correct. But for some people, it's all about having that total JDM experience where they are sitting on the right-hand side of the car, not the left. But what I have for you today is a very special car that they just rolled off the dock from Japan. This is a 1993 Toyota Supra. Now, if you don't know much about the Supra came out onto the scene in the 1970s. Many generations went by, and it really wasn't the utmost of performance cars. When we got to 1993 and all the way to 2002, that's when it just blew up. And you had that 3-liter, that world-renowned 2JZ twin turbo straight six, putting out tons of horsepower, and that's where we're at today. Now, what's interesting is that the Japanese versions actually had a little bit less horsepower than the US version. Stock, the US versions had 320 horsepower. The Japanese versions had about 280. But like I said, you're not getting that right-hand drive experience in a US model. And that's what I have today, is this imported Japanese model here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the front of the Supra here. I really, really like it. I'm going to squeeze a little bit and have Tom film from that angle. I really have always loved the look of these Supras. This thing is just finished in this sinister black. I like the kit, the body kit. Normally, I'm not a big body kit guy, but this one looks very purposeful. It looks like it belongs. I really like the way it just all flows into the already existing lines of the Toyota Supra, but I like the way that it's custom, and it really gives you a look that, hey, this is not your standard American Supra. Let's go ahead and take a look at the side over here. I'm in love with these wheels. These wheels scream JDM. I love the style. I love the color. With the black, they really, really set off it very, very well. Excellent, excellent choice. And this is something that a lot of times you can find things, and you can see here, Tom will show you, Raise. Raise is a company known for making amazing wheels. Whether they're racing style wheels, street style wheels, they get the business side of it done. But I really, really like the look of this wheel, the finish. Excellent, excellent job. Now, if you look here, this one has a different fender. It has this side vent here. This is not stock, but it looks really, really good. I like that touch. And this could possibly be something that, hey, you only were able to get in Japan, and this particular car has it. You can see the lower sills down here, and I really, really like the way the lower sill flows right into where that rear vent would be on a normal untouched Supra. Very nice and functional. I really, really like the greenhouse of it. So purposeful, and that to me is what makes these cars so great. Now, out back, love it or hate it, is the Toyota Supra wing. I love this wing. This is a functional wing. It's supposed to be here. People like to take them off. People like to change them. But I like the classic look. I know some people are like, oh, it's a handle. I like the classic look of the wing, especially with the way that the rear of the car is. It's got the beautiful housings here. I like the way each light is separate, but it's all one housing. There's our Toyota emblem, and you can see how the bumper, it looks like it's stock, but I like the way there's these lower portions. And then, of course, you have that huge 3-inch exhaust outlet here that's going to give you that great sound of that twin turbo 2JZ motor. Speaking of that motor, let's go check it out. All right, guys, here we are underneath the hood of this animal. Now, like I said, normally 2JZ is a twin turbo motor. You can see right off the bat that not only has the exterior been modified, check out the size of that huge Garrett turbocharger. A lot of people like to go switch to a single turbocharger and get rid of the dual setup. You can see the 3-liter 3000. That's what that's standing for, is a 3-liter straight six. I wish more straight sixes existed because guess what? They have such a glorious sound. very, very clean. And this is what Montu Motors does. Another thing I want to point out is this is a good thing. Whenever you see the stock fan shroud, that's a good thing on a Toyota Supra, because guess what? This fan shroud actually really assists with the cooling of this car, the engine. So that I'm glad to see that. And you can see just the attention to detail, and that when Montu Motors brings a car over, they're really wanting to bring really great examples for you. The engine's great. Let's go ahead and take a look where we're going to be sitting behind the wheel on the right-hand side of this car. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, here I am. First time, believe it or not, sitting in a Toyota Supra of this generation. Definitely first time sitting on the right-hand side. You can see just that classic 90s styling. It's really cool on these Supras where they have the door pull and the door handle to open it up, and your controls sitting behind the wheel, stock Toyota Supra steering wheel. Look at how everything is driver centered. You know, everybody likes to talk about Honda S2000 and how everything's driver centered. They were doing it before the S2000 between the Skyline GTR and the Toyota Supra. So I really like the gauge setup. I don't know if Tom could show you smack dab in the center. There's our tachometer. That's where it needs to be. These cars, manual transmission, you want that tachometer front, dead and center. You have some extra gauges here for boost and everything. Just very well laid out. This shifter, very, very smooth. And you can see first is always going to be where first is, even on your car at home. In the second, third, very short throws. And this is another example of the wonderful cars that Montu Motors is bringing over. These seats, not a lot of wear. I mean, this car is 25 years old. This is a 93. So you are going to see wear, but there's really, this one was taken very well care of, and it really shows. Let's go ahead and wrap this one up. All right, guys. So it's been one hell of a day here at Montu Motors in Oldsmar, Florida. Big shout out to Sam, one of the owners, for allowing Raity's Rides full access. Check out their website. There's lots to choose from. They're getting usually deliveries every single month. And if there's something in particular that you want, give them a call and let them know. They'll try to work it out for you. Like I said, they do it the legit way. And what's nice is it's going to take about 2 months from start to finish to get that car over here for you. So you're not really waiting as much time as I thought you'd be waiting. I thought it'd be 6 to 8 months. 2 months, it could be right in your driveway. What a wonderful feeling. But at the end of the day, we got to experience what are so great about these R32s. I'm a firm believer now why this car is called Godzilla. You could go down to Nissan and see a GTR, and they're great and everything, but there's nothing like the original. And I am just taken aback by this whole experience. You definitely want to try to get either behind the wheel of one of these, or as you saw, even sitting in the passenger side, it's a blast. But anyways, if these are the types of cars you like to see on Raity's Rides, leave a comment in that comment section. If you have not hit subscribe yet, what in the heck are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. These are the cars that I'm bringing to you. Plus anything else that you want, just let me know. I'll make it happen. Check out my website, raitiesrides.com, my Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. All Raity's Rides original content all the time. Big shout out to Tom for not only experiencing this whole journey with me, not only getting a ride in this thing, but also for the filming. Without him, this would be a lot more complicated. I promise you that. So Tom, thank you very much. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.